If you're looking for one of the best Android tablets available right now, I feel like these two are a pretty good place to start. Today we're comparing the new OnePlus Pad 2 and the Galaxy Tab S9 to see which is the better option. So let's go ahead and get started. Pricing on these two can be a little misleading because the OnePlus Pad 2 is currently $549 and the normal price for the Galaxy Tab is $799, but it seems like it's always on sale and I've seen it for $699 here recently, so it's actually a little closer than it looks as far as pricing goes. You get 128 gigabytes of storage for the Tab S9 and you can also get a 256 gigabyte version. There's only one option for the OnePlus Pad, but I feel like 256 gigabytes is plenty of storage for me. When you look at the aspect ratio of these two tablets, the OnePlus Pad 2 looks more iPad-like at 7:5 aspect ratio versus a more widescreen 16:10 on the Galaxy Tab. You get an 11-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display on the Galaxy Tab with 1600 by 2560 resolution versus a 12.1-inch IPS LCD display on the OnePlus Pad with 2120 by 3000 resolution, up to 120 Hz refresh rate on the Galaxy Tab, up to 144 Hz on the OnePlus Pad 2. You can definitely see a difference when you set these two next to each other. The Galaxy Tab seems a little more vibrant, seems like it has more saturation versus the OnePlus Pad, and the OnePlus Pad looks a little more natural as far as colors go. It may come down to personal preference on which has the better display and which aspect ratio works better for you. I think both actually look really nice in person. I might prefer the rounded edges on the OnePlus Pad over the more boxy edges on the Galaxy Tab. One advantage you get with the Galaxy Tab is it has a fingerprint scanner right on the front, where you don't have a fingerprint scanner at all on the OnePlus Pad 2. The brightness and viewing angles are actually really similar as well, but overall I don't think you can go wrong with either one as far as screen quality goes. One big advantage for the Galaxy Tab is when it comes to battery life. The OnePlus Pad 2 lasted about 6.5 hours versus about 9.5 hours for the Galaxy Tab S9, which is kind of surprising considering they're very similar in size. Obviously, there's a lot of variables when it comes to battery life. Both of these should last a couple days with mixed usage, especially if you turn the screen brightness down. Software-wise, the Galaxy Tab is on Android 14, One UI 6.1, while the OnePlus Pad 2 is also on Android 14, Oxygen OS 14.1. You can tell the OnePlus Pad is taking inspiration from iPads or what Xiaomi is doing with their tablet software, where it's a mix of Android and iPad OS. It may come down to personal preference, but I actually like things about both when it comes to the software. Nice thing is both tablets have video out, so you can connect an HDMI adapter if you want to hook this up to a projector, TV, or external monitor. It's nice to see that OnePlus added that feature on their newer tablet because I'm pretty sure the original OnePlus Pad doesn't have that feature. One advantage with the Galaxy Tab is it comes with the S Pen, although I have to say the new OnePlus Stylo 2 for the OnePlus Pad feels very similar to the new Apple Pencil Pro, even has some of the same features, like when you double tap, it'll switch between tools, and it's a similar size to an Apple Pencil as well. I feel like both are good options for drawing, taking notes, or just moving around the software. I still might lean slightly towards the S Pen, but like I said, the new OnePlus Stylo 2 is actually a pretty nice option as well. Now when it comes to performance, the OnePlus Pad 2 has the newer Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor versus the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor in the Galaxy Tab. Both tablets I have came with 12 gigabytes of RAM. Keep in mind there's only 8 gigabytes of RAM in the base model Galaxy Tab, but it's sort of interesting performance-wise because the Galaxy Tab has better single-core scores, but it's pretty close in multi-core scores. Then you have better GPU scores on the OnePlus Pad, but then when I run the 3D Mark Wildlife stress tests on both tablets, the Galaxy Tab actually runs things at higher frame rates and it runs cooler than the OnePlus Pad during my testing. So surprisingly, the OnePlus Pad has somewhat similar performance, but it appears the Galaxy Tab might be a better option when it comes to gaming. As far as speakers go, the Galaxy Tab S9 has some of the best speakers on a tablet in my opinion, but I do have to say the 3 speakers on each side on the OnePlus Pad 2 sound really good in person, and they may have a little better bass in some cases depending on what you're listening to. I would say it's going to be really close between these two on which one sounds better, but I might give the slight advantage to the Galaxy Tab because it has a little better clarity. Here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of what to expect.
As you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
Now when it comes to cameras, you've got a 13 megapixel wide angle lens on the back of both, 12 megapixel ultra wide on the front of the Galaxy Tab, 8 megapixel wide angle on the front of the OnePlus Pad 2. You can also shoot up to 4K resolution for video recording on both tablets. You could probably use either one for Zoom meetings or other video conference calls, but I probably lean slightly towards the Galaxy Tab on which one has the better cameras. But here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of what to expect. I feel like the fact that the OnePlus Pad is this close in some categories tells you a lot about how OnePlus did with their new tablet. Of course, some of this may come down to personal preference, but I feel like this new larger OnePlus Pad might be a good option for some people, especially if you don't have to pay full price. I know I've got quite a few more comparisons to do with the OnePlus Pad 2, so you'll definitely want to keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.